Hello guys, welcome to Amazon TV. I hope you are okay. Guys, zikhala macala. Zilila ngapha nangapha kubi. South Africa is shaking. South Africa is on fire. Everywhere uzwa kuthiwa mabahambe. Uthi ujika ngapha kuthiwa mabahambe. Most of these patriots, they see is 30 as if i-date ekude kakhulu. Bathi ikude is 30 is too far. The 30th of June is too far for ama-patriots. Amile ngeenyawo all over South Africa. This is Eastern Cape. Ama-patriots ame ngeenyawo. Akulalwa. Everyone is looking for our beloved country. Where is South Africa? South Africans are speaking in one voice. They are asking just one question. Where is our country? They are saying only one thing. We want our country back. We want our beloved country back. We want our beautiful country, peaceful country back. We want to fix this country. We want to see, we need to see the glory of our country back. They say that's all we want. We don't want physical war. We don't want anything. The only thing we need is our country. That is the only thing. Ama-patriots ayifunayo. Kubi emnyango. Let's listen to these patriots.
You are from Nigeria?
Yes.
Okay. So, do you have papers to be here in South Africa?
Yes, I have my ID.
You have your ID?
Yeah. Yes.
No. How did you get the ID?
I got my ID from Home Affairs.
Man, guys. Sir, where did you get the ID? When was it?
Kuthiwa, where did you get the ID from? Uthi from Home Affairs. Kuthiwa uyahlanya. Kubi guys.
How did you get the ID?
I got my ID from Home Affairs.
Sir, where did you get the ID? When was it?
Since 2005.
It was 2005.
2000.
You came to South Africa to do what?
I came to.
What is the main reason for you to come to South Africa?
I came to South Africa because there was a war in in Nigeria.
No. You came as a refugee. So what are you doing now for living in South Africa?
Sorry?
What are you doing now for living here in South Africa?
I'm employing the South Africa.
What are you doing? Are you the one who's running the Kawash? No, look, sir. Just to be gentle, because I'm an old man, we are here to tell you, according to Immigration Act 2002, Section 13, 15, and 19, you are not allowed to operate any kind of business, not unless you have a minimum investment of 5 million rand and above. It's either you invest to the existing business or to the new one, you register with the CIPC, with Revenue and Home Affairs. You must apply for a business visa. You are not allowed to operate in informal trading such as Kawash. So now we are not asking you, you have to close this Kawash now. It belongs to South Africans. Are we together?
No, I'm listening to you.
Yes.
For the investment of this car wash is more than 5 million.
No.
Local business, not Nigerian.
You can't invest in such business. It's not for it's an informal trading. The informal is a benefit of the South Africans. No. We're not going to delay because we're going to submit the memorandum. But we're telling you, just close down now.
This is nothing compared to what we foresee coming for the country, because the level of entitlement, the level of brazenness that comes with the foreign nationals that we have in this country is something I've never seen in my life before. And it's because for the longest time they felt that the laws of the country apply only to South Africans, and we're the only ones that need to abide by the laws of the country.
It's true, Jacinta, I've never seen or heard of something like this. What is happening in this country is like a horror movie. It's like you are sleeping, you are in a bad dream. Someone must just come and wake you up. This is what is happening in this country. I've never heard of a government that will just reject and neglect his own people and prioritize foreigners. They don't even care if their people are working. They don't care if the youth is going to school. The children that we are fighting for. Our government is seeing us in front of the schools each and every time the schools are opening, fighting for our children, South African kids who are supposed to be the future of this country. Our government will just watch it on TV. doesn't even care about the future, about the youth of this country. I've never heard or seen something like that anywhere in this world.
I mean, who goes to a police station if they feel like they're not safe? Because you go, you open a case, and if you feel like you're not safe, you find other means. Because we also don't feel safe because of foreign nationals. That's why we protest on our streets, but we don't go and hang out at the police station and tell them what to do.
But what you're seeing there are images of, I mean, yesterday there was a woman with a baby on her back with police firing tear gas and stun grenades at them. These are people that are essentially saying they have nowhere to go.
They've got
that as a result of organizations like March and March, they're unable to move freely because they say everywhere they go they're being asked to show documentation.
But that's supposed to happen in every country that you visit, because I've traveled across the world, and everywhere I go, I know that I have to carry my documentation. It's not like it's something that's just done because they like hiding behind the banner of xenophobia. It's a normal occurrence. I'm sure you've traveled. You know you can't travel without your documents. Even if you're going to the beach, you still need to carry your documents because you're in a foreign country. So why is it a big deal if it's them? And also this thing of carrying babies on their backs, we know it's a tool that's used to gaslight South Africans, to make them seem like they're difficult people, etc., etc. I know there was even one who had a plastic bag on her back to pretend as if she's carrying a baby, because they know that children obviously get more protection from government.
Everything that is happening in South Africa is the opposite of everything that is happening in other African countries. The media in Nigeria, media in Ghana, media in Zimbabwe, all these countries in Africa, they defend their people, even if they know that they are wrong, especially Nigerian media houses. They defend Nigerians with everything they have. When it comes to South African media houses, when it comes to South African journalists, none of them will stand with their people. Each and every time they are defending foreign nationals. Whether that foreign national was caught selling powder, whether that foreigner is known to be a kidnapper, they don't care. They would defend that person. The government is the same thing. Our officials is the same thing. I don't even understand ukuthi sabantu abanjani. Are we hypocrites or siyilima as a foreigner issue? I don't understand, because you can watch all the channels in Nigeria, in Ghana, in Kenya. You'll find that those people, those journalists, media houses, they are defending their own people. Whether they are in South Africa or they are in UK, America, they will always defend their own people. What have we done to these people? Actually, all of them, even our employees, owners of these companies that are all over South Africa, they don't want to employ South Africans. No one is on the side of South Africans.
And also this thing of carrying babies on their backs, we know it's a tool that's used to gaslight South Africans, to make them seem like they're difficult people, etc., etc. I know there was even one who had a plastic bag on her back to pretend as if she's carrying a baby, because they know that children obviously get more protection from government, and they
where they belong. Ukulala kwabo SRSWAT kubasize ngalutho asibafuni abahambe ha he he ho hu abahambe. We don't need them. Ukulala kwabo SR bacaba ukuthi bazomaintainwa ngemali ye-tax. No, they must pack it and go. Thank you.
This is the only language that is spoken in South Africa right now by amathandazwe, by patriotic South Africans, abantu abathanda this country, people who love this country, people who want to see this country change. Really, I don't understand our fellow South Africans who does not see anything wrong with what is happening in this country. They don't even have time to blame our government. You can never see them marching, at least even if they are not marching against their fellow beloved foreigners. At least, where are they to march against this government who is doing all these things? Where are they to fight for the country? Where are they to show us how to do these things? Because they are blaming us. No, we are not doing it a correct way. Where are they to teach us to do these marches in a correct way? Because they were supposed to be leading us, to show us no, this is the correct way to do these things. They are just there to criticize, to blame, all those things. Guys, Please let me know what you think on the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe, to like and share the video. Thank you guys. Love you. Bye.